Yeah, Stanley Cup Finals. It's here. And I like Pantera too. Hello, everybody on YouTube and all the hockey and NHL lovers out there. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my picks for the 2018 Stanley Cup Finals. Last night, Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Best game I've seen in a long time. A true classic hockey game right there. Alex Ovechkin was on. Brandon Hosby was on. Great lucky saves, but he was on. And Nicholas Blackstorm was on. And Andrei Bravlowski, who had 2 goals on last night. And TJ Oshie, who's been finally clicking in for fighting joints and things like that. So he's been getting out there. But still, finally, Washington got over the hump. This is definitely Alex Ovechkin's time right now. This game was more important to him than anything else. Which by then the Washington Capitals should have gotten a Stanley Cup championship or 2 by now. But sweet moment for him last night. Very sweet. Washington wanted it more than Tampa Bay did last night, and it showed. It definitely showed. Their stars shined what they needed to, and they finally got over the hump. They finally made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Finally making it. What a beautiful moment for them. On the other, it's the Vegas Golden Knights on their inaugural season. Their very first season in the NHL. Marc-Andre Fleury doing Marc-Andre Fleury things in Game 6. Jonathan Massasote has been on fire. But he's been doing good. What a good player. He's been putting up numbers. He's been great numbers for the Vegas Golden Knights, helping them in their inaugural season. James Neal doing very well too for the Vegas Golden Knights, which I believe he made it to an All-Star game this year. I think from the Pacific League roster. I think he was on that. But still, he's been on it. We got 2 great powerhouses going at it in the Stanley Cup Finals. The Vegas Golden Knights, and the Washington Capitals. It's the inaugural team versus the team that should have won the Stanley Cup Final or 2 a long time ago. It's Alex Ovechkin versus Jonathan Massasote. And it's Gerald Galliot versus Barry Holtz. In my mind, my opinion, these 2 coaches deserve Coach of the Year. But what's also on my mind? That the Vegas Golden Knights are also the Team of the Year. You bet your ass I just said that. Here's how it goes down. Both teams do very well on the road. And both of their victories that go to the Stanley Cup Finals, they both won on the road. 2 of the best road teams in the playoffs. So, the road games, it's going to matter here in this one. And I think that's what's going to come down. And that's what I believe about Golden Knights. They're on the road against Washington in Game 1 on Monday night. It's going to be an ultimate classic game, no doubt about it. No doubt, in my mind. Can't get enough of that. You can't. Can't ask for anything more than these 2 teams going at it. But both teams want it more than anything. And I guarantee you, this is going to be a Game 7 series right there. Don't be surprised it's going to be going down to 7 games, because it's going to be back and forth series. There's no doubt about it. We're not going to see a sweep. We're not going to see a Game 5 or a Game 6. I don't see that happening here. Washington looked like they really wanted it. Vegas wants to make history. Both teams want to make history. And this is going to come down to which one has it the most, obviously. But I think in my mind, if you're going to ask me about this, this is going to be not just a hockey game. We're probably going to see a classic game. Back in we're seeing in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Well, maybe 60s too, I would say. But still, this is going to be a slugfest. No doubt about it. Now you're wondering, who am I going to pick to win the Stanley Cup Finals? Well, here it is. You want to know? I believe in my mind right now, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to make history. First team to win in the championship in all sports in their inaugural season. They accomplished something that since 1967 with the St. Louis Blues did to go to the Stanley Cup in their first year. But they never won the cup. I believe Vegas is going to win the cup. No doubt about that. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Alex Ovechkin. I'm happy that he finally got into the Stanley Cup Finals. Don't get me wrong on that one. I don't hate him. I'm not saying I hate Washington either. But there's not going to be a sweep. They're not going to get killed. If they do, it'll be really disappointing. But I actually think, personally, defensively, Vegas is the better defensive team than Washington is, and that's why I'm picking on the Vegas Golden Knights to win the cup, because for a great team, great hockey team, great goaltending, and great defense, and they both have that. Not saying that anything bad about Brandon Hope from the Washington Capitals. Great goalie. Made some great saves. He really wanted to win that game for Alex Ovechkin last night. It definitely showed it. But he doesn't have the success in the Stanley Cup Finals like Marc-Andre Fleury did when he was in Pittsburgh when helping Sidney Crosby out. So that's why I'm picking the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup. And I think, in my estimation, I think Vegas is going to be the one making history. And I think we're going to see it. But just see the Stanley Cup go to Vegas, just seeing it in the big tour in Vegas and going to strip down Vegas and in downtown Vegas, all the casinos, that's going to be really crazy if they see that. So that's going to be interesting to see that. But it'd be interesting to see if the Washington Capitals would do if they won it in the Stanley Cup. They'll probably bring it to when the Washington Nationals play, and they'll probably go from there. But not much else. But seeing it in Stanley Cup going to Vegas, that's going to be some lot of action in there. Because, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know the old saying with that. And I think that's why I think Vegas wants to make history with that. So, and truly, in my estimation, I'm seeing Vegas winning the Cup. And I'm going to predict them Vegas over Washington in 7 games. You heard it here, folks. Hey, stay tuned for my NBA Finals picks. When that's all said and done, I will give you those. And personally, this is getting out of control. Then who's the greatest player now? Who's the greatest player of all time? LeBron James versus Michael Jordan and all that. I'll be doing all that too before I do my NBA Finals picks. When all this is said and done, I'm definitely going to do that coming up. So stay tuned for that. Until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off. Peace.